not over here. And I spent $2,100 with my brother, and the son was $300. Got the business center down there. That business center, right by Ebenezer. Right by Ebenezer.
The church, on to the church.
It's nice. Yeah, but you know, they did everything. They had the chairs and everything, so they kept serving. Yeah. They had the tables set up, had flowers and everything. So it was real nice. Yeah. Thank you.
Let us come to order. We are now calling the June 13, 2017 meeting in order at 4:30. Will we please stand for the pledge of allegiance to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Before we have the reading of the minutes, I want to welcome everybody here to our regular meeting. At this time, we will have reading and approval of minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve the May 9th regular meeting and the May 23rd call meeting.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, by show of hands. Public appearance. First of all, I omitted the roll call. All commissioners are present. That's my mistake. Administrative matters. We have the Westfield housing movement issue.
Yes, sir. The staff has consulted and come up with a recommendation to the commission for your consideration. We have, with the assistance of Brenda, done some research and have based our proposed permit application form on that of Athens, Clark County, and basically just adapted to our uses here. And you will see that it's appended here. We also took up the issue of permit fee, and based on our current practice and the needs of doing inspections and with we are recommending to the commission a fee structure of $80 for pre-move inspection, and then once the move is complete, to a post-move inspection of $80 as well per move.
Commissioner, y'all heard the report. With y'all pledge.
I make a motion we adopt that.
Got a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, show of hands. Unanimous.
I didn't vote for it.
You did. And next we have advertisement of heavy equipment, mechanical operation experience. We have generic job description for mechanic, heavy equipment mechanic, requires some operating experience. And what, actually, if you're gonna approve it, we want to advertise. Give us permission to advertise for this position. And once the position, we give a time limit on it, and when they come back here, we interview the applicants, and we go from there. Do I have a motion to advertise?
I make a motion.
Got a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? And unanimous. Thank you. We also have a request from for the reappoint Commissioner Jody Williams to the English Service Program. He's already on there, and he will be coming off, I think, about next month sometime.
Yeah, July.
And they want him back, so I need a motion to
Motion to approve the reappointment.
we have a motion, you have a second? We have a motion and a second. In discussion? All in favor? Show your hands. Unanimous. Thank you. That's all on that. Do we have a road department in there? Need a report from the road department.
Well, we started clipping the shoulders. That went pretty well. I mean, as far as we still got some more places in the county that's hauling water on the road. And we're approaching the end of the roadway spray. And Brinson Hill had a bad washout. We got that fixed. Root Creek pipe had a tree in it. We got that. It went fairly well. We have put in 5 GPS installed in the trucks that we have. We got 3 active dumpster cans and 1's on the way. We got the flowing well cleaned up. Got some dirt stockpile for the Mathis store pipes. And more store management area pipe. The ground is saturated. We can't find anything dry to start that on there. And we've been fixing pipes like on the stick pond and stuff was damaged by the loggers. We put the dirt in there and we really needed packer. We needed something in a smooth drum or something to seal stuff so get the water to run off once we do it. And we replaced and fixed the pipe on Little Africa. It was it had a pipe sticking in there and it was just causing a mess. And like I say, the stick pond repair went okay, and we did put one on Johnson Road that was causing a washout across that road. And we said discussed about we need some kind of jumping jack tam.
Sheet foot.
Yeah, or sheet foot or something like that to pack the pipes when we do the big ones and stuff like that. So that's about all I have.
So what are you suggesting?
The jumping jack tam, we can use that on the smaller pipes, but if we had a sheet foot, we could pack it in like we were renting a remote, we can go ahead and rent it and stuff like that, the remote tamp on the big pipes, because you're talking 10-foot pipes that would cause a lot of work for people down there trying to pack those big pipes when we go to do those. And plus we're going to have to fix the one on Moore Store. I talked to the DNR, we had a dirt stockpile and then they brought in 2,000 tons of rock to do their roads. And he said that he would help do some of the ones that, the main roads through there in the Mathis store. So we will be getting rock from the DNR and help fix the roads. But we've got to have something big when we go for the big pipes.
So now you suggested that you rent one for this project and buy one later on down the road for the county. So what are you suggesting?
We could always use one all the time. I mean, it just takes a long time and you got to go rent it. We got to have it, go get it and stuff. And it would be better if we had it on hand. And I would suggest maybe buying it.
Gene, if we've lost pipes in the past because they wasn't packed correctly. 32 inch sheet foot, is what we were using that we had rented, but then we rented the jump jack with sheet foot handheld.
Yeah.
And I would like for get the manager and get you to find out when we do a lease option. Because they're expensive, but if you dig like the pipes that we're getting ready to put in at Moore Road, those pipes are 10 foot. And when you start trying to reach compaction, if you've got so much elevation, you're supposed to put a safety box in, a steel box to reach it to where this thing is remote.
Yeah.
And if he puts it in the hole with the excavator and packs it back and forth and brings it up, there's not a man in there back and forth up down 60 foot of pipe with 10 foot of dirt above his head. And that's just one application that we're going to need it for. We were able to look into a lease option that we could do instead of just going out and borrowing the money. We just lease it with option to buy it back for $1 at the end of the term. Because they're expensive.
Would be great.
I would like to know how expensive they are. What's kind of a-
25,000, 20,000, somewhere in that neighborhood. But they'll last a long time. I mean,
Yeah, you don't use them and wear them out fast, so they.
No, this one you're talking, is it pull about another, pull behind another vehicle instead of its own?
now it's just 32 inches wide. It runs itself. When you set it in the trench, if you had a big hole that was the dirt was fluffing up, you set it in that trench, it's remote control. And it just runs up and down the pipe. So when they dump dirt in there, hit it with a bucket, that thing will pack back and forth, and they can build the dirt up, and nobody has to get in the hole. You don't have to have the trench boxes. None of the safety issues that, with this in there, we're not putting any of our guys in a hazardous condition by running this, by running it. They are expensive, but a regular handheld is about $3,200 to $3,600 for just a 2-stroke or 4-stroke handheld that you have to put somebody in the hole with that kind of vibration. And, you're just asking for problems, for that dirt problem.
Since it's road, it could be paid by the TIA money, couldn't it?
Have to ask Mike.
It could.
Yeah.
No, absolutely could. But if we could do a lease option, wouldn't be any interest. We wouldn't have to pay any interest. We wouldn't have to borrow the money. It'd be a lease option, buy it back for $1. And then we could pay for it yearly out of the road, out of the T-Splosh.
That 20,000 is the sheet foot?
That is yes sir, it's a remote control 32-inch packer, down a packer, sheet foot packer. It's self-propelled, it pulls itself.
Any other commission have any discussion on this?
Not on that, but I just want to let Mr. Haynes know that I got some complaints on Wrightsville Road. They need some
were down
work
there
done on
today.
it. Did you get it taken care of?
We did come out of floods like I've never seen
Oh,
before.
okay.
It's coming off the field going on the trot, and Jesse has a video, because I was over here on Logan doing that, and it's a mess over there. Somebody had cut the pipe with a phone line or something like that, and the water's coming up out of the pipe and it's sealing it in. Her road's underwater almost all the way to her house.
Which road is that?
Logan, the one that's over here off of county line.
Oh, okay.
And then the Wrightsville one, I got a hold of AT&T today. See, they have right there where that problem is, the boxes are out in our road and the ditch is behind it. And we can't dig out the ditch anyway because the boxes and the phone lines. But I talked to AT&T and they're gonna move the boxes for us, so we haven't got that problem anymore, because it's been a problem out there since I've been here. I called them 3 times, and this is the first time. I said, this is a safety hazard. You need to do something with these things. And so they sent them out today, so they're gonna try to talk to a lady or somebody that owns the land there to go across their land with it instead of on our road. So as soon as I can get to it, I mean, it's bad right now.
Okay. And also on Baldwin Road, out there by Philadelphia Church, they having issues out there too. The water's going across the road. I think they stopped up, so they need cleaning out. I need you to do that. And have anybody heard anything about the construction on Tottenham Road, or when we gonna start that process?
He was supposed to call Mr. Rucker.
I tried just a while ago and it wasn't able to get through.
Okay.
But we have to do it.
Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
Anybody have any questions? Thank you for your report. All right. The The next on the agenda will be the county manager report.
Excuse me, could you speak up or use the microphone, please?
Sure. The county manager's report you will see in your folder there. I'll go through it briefly. ACCG has a risk management team which provides a lot of services that are free. And we had a extended talk yesterday with one of their staff members about providing classes and other services for county employees. There's even grant money that's available to supplement this process. So I don't know that there's any action to request right now, but probably in the next week or two we'll be making an application, because the application for the money is due on July 1st. But even if we don't get the money, the classes are still free. And if these kind of classes would give instructions to the employees on how to improve their health, control stress, and that sort of thing. There's a whole range of 30 or 40 classes and other services. We mentioned at the work session that the county needs a new firewall, and we're recommending one that our IT specialist, Lance Lubin, got the cost on. He costed out 3 different systems, and the only one that met our specifications was, and also the cheapest was the one that I have listed here, Western NRG, which will cost $1,872.85. This is for the entire commission, all of the offices, different departments of the commission. And this company provides free consultation with that price. So at this point, I make that recommendation to you.
You need a vote to do this, but
A motion that we go ahead on and purchase it for $1,872.85. It's the purchase.
we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. Unanimous. Thank you. So, yeah.
I have been working on putting together a code of ethics for the employees of the commission, and you will find that appended also right here. This is not for your action now because it's brand new off of the computer. However, I would appreciate if you would look at it and review it and make suggestions or changes or if whatever you think about it. I feel like it's important that we have the code of ethics so that we can make that part of the accountability of our employees. We have just today gotten word that the ACCG insurance program has looked at our claim for the tornado damage on the prison roof and fence, the old facility down there. We placed a new roof on the building about a year and a half ago, and the tornado took the roof off of one side of the building. We will have a settlement amount come to us in the amount of $6,083.54, with another $1,200 or so that if the expenses go over that, they will pay to us at the end of the project. And finally, the 4-H expansion fund, Dr. Laura Griffith has asked, she may be here today, she asked for the commission to do a line item change in her budget. She has a salary that is not being used right now. The consumer science job has not been filled yet. And so there's enough money there to move $300 over into the 4-H expansion fund. This is a program that would allow the extension 4-H supervisor, Bob Hardy, to go with 4-H students on a 4-H trip. And emphasize this is not for additional funds, it's just a line item change that she's requesting.
Need a motion that?
Yes,
to that
sir.
effect? I would like to make that motion.
We got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Raise your hand. Unanimous. So you have it? Okay. The next item on the agenda is a motion to remove appointed members of the Board of Election. Before we go into this, let me revisit this motion so people can understand what is really happening. A motion was made by Commissioner Nelson on May the 9th to remove members of the Board of Election. A motion was made to table the motion until the hearing could be held. A call meeting was scheduled for May 23rd, 2017 for that hearing, and notice was given to the members of the Board of Election. At the May 23rd meeting, a hearing was held where the members of the Board of Election were read a list of reasons for their removal. All members of the Board of Election appeared, all were represented by counsel, and all gave sworn testimony before the Board of Commissioners. No vote was taken on the motion, but the Board of Commissioners voted to postpone the vote until the regular call meeting on June 13th. The county attorney was directed to draft the resolution and to forward the draft to the attorney for the members of the Board of Electors. I will now read the resolution and open up the motion for discussion. The resolution that was drafted by the attorney. Whereas the Stewart County Board of Commissioners, hereinafter referred to as Board of Commissioners, authorized in the General Assembly caused by to be passed a local act establishing the Stewart County Board of Electors, hereinafter referred to as the Board of Election. Whereas the official code of Georgia annotated local act establishing the Board of Electors and the policies and procedures of the Board of Electors all authorize the Board of Commissioners to remove any member of the Board of Election for cause. And whereas the Board of Commissioners gave notice and held a hearing on May 23rd, 2017, presenting the members of the Board of Election with grounds for removal from office and gave the members an opportunity to respond. And whereas the Board of Commissioners adopted a motion on May 23rd, 2017, authorizing the creation of a written resolution articulating the grounds for removal of the members of the Board of Election and to allow the members of the Board of Election a further opportunity to respond in writing no later than 6 June 2017. And again, at the Board of Commissioners meeting on June 13, 2017 with respect to the grounds stated in this resolution. Therefore be it enacted that the Board of Commissioners makes the following finding of facts with respect to the members of the Board of Election. Number one, members of the Board of Election took no corrective action over a several-year-long period, despite repeated inquiries by the Office of the Secretary of State with respect to deficiencies in the operation of election office. Number two, members of the Board of Election terminated the election superintendent without notice to or authorization from the Board of Commissioners. 3, members of the Board of Election failed to comply with appellate procedures enforced to review the decision to terminate the election superintendent. 4, members of the Board of Election hired a new election superintendent without notice to or authorization from the Board of Commissioners. 5, members of the Board of Election have attempted to terminate intergovernmental agreements and enter into intergovernmental agreements despite lacking actual or apparent legal authority to do so. 6, members of the Board of Election have attempted to obligate Stewart County to indemnify other local governments' use of Stewart County election equipment. 7, members of the Board of Election have adjusted pay of election superintendent without seeking authorization from the Board of Commissioners. 8, members of the Board of Elections allow candidates to qualify when they believe candidates to be guilty of false swearing in violation of Georgia law. Members of the Board of Election, the disenfranchised, duly registered Stewart County voter by disqualifying signatures on candidates' qualifying petition. 10, members of the Board of Election have used funds for purpose outside the budget use. 11, members of the Board of Election have incurred thousands of dollars of unnecessary legal expense in their bid to disenfranchise Stewart County voters, signing candidates' qualified petition and the Stewart County voters seeking ballot access as candidates for office running on the independent line. 12, members of the Board of Election have authorized spending of county financial resources on unnecessary training for the election superintendent and out of the state district. Number 13, members of the Board of Election have authorized spending of county financial resources on unnecessary hourly employment. Members of the Board of Election have failed to prepare and submit annual budget proposals to the Board of Commissioners as required by local law. Members of the Board of Election have refused to communicate or cooperate with the Board of Commissioners to accept recommendation of these issues. Whereas these are the ones that we have. I had a discussion on.
How many, this is directed to the county attorney. When you sent that resolution, who did you email that resolution? To the chairman of the county manager?
Yes, sir. This was directed to the chairman, the county manager, and following with the resolution on the 23rd, it was also sent to Mr. T. Gamble, who had been here to represent the members of the Board of Elections on the 23rd.
Mr. Chairman, did you forward that email or that resolution to any commissioner?
Did you send a copy to all of them? He sent a copy to all of our board members.
Here?
Yeah.
I didn't get a copy.
I can get a copy if you'd like.
It's a copy of your book now.
Well,
I mean, a copy.
that's not the point. I mean, I didn't get a copy of the resolution. I know we talked about it in the meeting, and I know it's a copy of my book, with due respect, Mr. Chairman. But how many board?
Email, I'll be happy to bring to you.
No.
Want me to go get a copy of the email?
Yes.
That would clear it up, because I think
Yes,
his name.
because I can give you,
might
I can
clear it
let
up.
you look at, now what email you sent it to?
Whatever.
Yeah, I just didn't get a copy.
268, that's.
Yeah, but I didn't get a copy of the resolution.
Okay, well,
No, that's
you're
fine.
not the only one that told me that, but I went.
I really didn't get one.
Okay, well, I mean, you want me to?
No, we got a copy in the book as Chairman stated.
Any other discussion?
I make a motion to amend the agenda to state the removal of the chairman of the election board instead of the election board.
I second that motion. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Now, the resolution states, this discussion part, you saying you removing the board,
He's amending
you
the
gonna amend the,
Amending the resolution to change, not change, take the whole board down, but take the chairman off the board.
Amending the resolution.
Amending.
Now, you amending what?
Resolution.
Okay.
Well, look like if we amending the resolution, look like it ought to be redrawn and resent.
You can always amend anything.
You can't amend anything.
I have a Word copy of it, so any.
You already got an amendment of the,
No, I
copy?
have the original on
Yeah.
Word format, so if there is a motion to amend that is carried, I
But
can.
how would you automatically draw up an amendment when he just stated the amendment?
All I was stating is that if there were an amendment, and depending on how big that amendment were, then I have the ability to make a change here. We might want to go in recess for that to happen or not.
Well, I just think you ought to bring it up at the next work session or the next meeting. I mean,
May I ask a question? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm done.
Mr. Nelson, you've been wanting to turn the whole board over for 3 months now. What's your reason for changing it to just the chairman?
Because he admitted that all the decisions was his.
Oh, what decision? Because some of those decisions
We
were
all
mine.
talked about it.
Oh, y'all, you and him talking?
We all talked about it in executive session.
Oh, we didn't, you remember that?
Any further discussion? I'm calling for a vote. All in favor? Show of hands. 3. Opposed? 2.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, can I actually say something now that I'm fire board chairman?
First of all, just as a matter for the clerk's benefit, was there a motion then on the amendment?
Yeah, there's a motion, I made a motion to amend it,
Okay.
And who's second?
And what was that motion to?
to amend it, resolution to change it from firing removing the chair, the election board to removing just the chair.
Okay. And so there was a vote on that amendment?
Right.
Okay. And so then there was a second vote on the amended resolution.
But now, it wasn't clear on the first vote Commissioner Nelson made, because that wasn't
He had the
discussion.
motion, I second.
Right.
And after discussion, I carried. We had 3 votes. Now,
That was the only one.
Yeah, that's the only.
right.
Which one was it? And then you can just hold it there, just for clarity's sake. What was it?
A motion to amend the resolution to take down the chairman instead. That's the one I heard.
Yeah.
By you, and second by chairman.
Right.
And it was 3 that voted for it and 2 opposed.
Right.
That's the only one I had.
Yeah, but I make a motion to remove the chair.
Oh, okay.
of the election board.
I'll second the motion.
A motion on the amended.
Any further discussion?